What's this?
I don't know, son. Let me taste it.
I think my leg's broken. Hello everyone and welcome to Victoria's Cantina. We're back again today with another Kenner Jurassic Park unboxing, this time of the Series 1 Alan Grant with Aerial Net Trap. I posted a poll on Twitter asking people to vote for the Kenner Jurassic Park human figure that they wanted me to do the next unboxing and review for, and Dr. Grant won. So here he is in all of his Jurassic Park packaging glory. It's absolutely gorgeous. Love the red-orange sunset going on behind Dr. Grant. Very nice Jurassic Park logo. You get a collector card there on the upper right. And you can see that Dr. Grant is prominently displayed within his packaging, along with the Pteranodon hatchling and all of the accessories. The back of the packaging shows us a menagerie of offerings that are available if we wander into our local Walmarts and Targets, or Toys R Us stores, or service merchandise, or KB Toys. Here in the back, you get the JP logo once again, Alan Grant with Aerial Net Trap. Shows you the Pteranodon hatchling. Seems harmless now, but when full grown, his beak serves as a deadly weapon to spear his prey. If you've seen Jurassic World, yeah, that's pretty much true. And then the instructions there for Dr. Grant. And then a look at all of the awesome figures you could get from Kenner for the Jurassic Park line in 1993. We have looked at a few of these already with more to come. And as well as the small scale dinosaurs, just awesome stuff all around. The electronic screamers, and then the T-Rex, and then your POP. It says Kenner and JP logo right there. Be sure to look for that brand, because if it has it, it means it's awesome. If you see a W instead of a P, it's not awesome. All right, you guys, so I'm going to go ahead and pull Dr. Grant out of the packaging. That way we can take a closer look and see what he's like. May our children forgive us. And there's the card. Looks like the bubble. Ooh, everything's just falling out. Looks like the bubble is yellowed quite a bit there on the inside. And we got our Dr. Grant figure right there. We got the Pteranodon hatchling. We got the net trap. And then the other items. Is that a nuclear bomb of some sort? What is this? Holy cow. Hope he's not planning to use that. And right here, his backpack. So very cool stuff. So let's start off our look here with the trading card. It says Jurassic Park number 11, safe when small. So you can see that Dr. Grant, looking very much like Harrison Ford right there, has 3 baby pteranodons on him. Kind of like when you see people with those, birds that they have on their person. And at the very back, let's see what we got. Grant with Pteranodon hatchlings. The length, a 23-foot wingspan, weight 44 pounds. They eat fish. They lived in the late Cretaceous, approximately 65 to 85 million years ago. They were found in North America. Imagine a fully grown Pteranodon attacking Grant. And that actually came true in Jurassic Park 3. Rushing down from the sky with a wingspan double or even triple that of a modern-day eagle, Pteranodon would be a most terrifying sight. Its long, sharp beak would serve as a lethal spear, and its fierce talons would slash and tear human flesh. One would be lucky to survive an attack from this creature. And then Dino Trivia, did Pteranodon have feathers? And it says here, no. It is speculated Pteranodon's wings were covered with a thin, leathery skin, and its body had a fur-like covering. So Dr. Grant comes with all you see here. Let's go ahead and kick things off first by focusing on the figure. So Dr. Grant looks like he's been working out a little bit. He's a little bit buff, but he looks really good. Coloration on the figure is very nice. He's got a blue shirt, just like he had in the film, although it's quite a bit different. He's got his khaki pants. He's got some knee pads, he's got his boots, and of course, his trademark hat. This certainly feels like a Kenner action figure. It's got a decent sculpt, but it's not overly detailed. It looks enough like Dr. Grant without being an exact representation of the character. They did just enough for you to know that this is Alan Grant from Jurassic Park, and that's not a bad thing at all. Yeah, the proportions may be a little bit exaggerated, but it's still a very good looking figure. Give you a look here at Dr. Grant up close, and like I said, the likeness is not spot on. They did just enough for you to know this is Dr. Grant, but it doesn't look overtly like Sam Neill or anything. Subsequent releases for Series 2 looks a little bit more like Dr. Grant, but this is just kind of a passing resemblance to him. The hat looks quite nice. They did a nice job with that. The shirt, like I said, it's blue like it was in the film, but it's not an exact representation of what he wore. Basically, this is just like a blue t-shirt instead of a long sleeve button-up woven shirt. It still looks nice, and I like it. I quite like it. You can see that the center here of the torso is glossy, whereas the sleeves are more of a matte kind of finishing. He's also got a badge right there that's also colored blue for some reason. It says JP, and you can see that he's got a belt that he is wearing, and it's got a walkie-talkie and what looks to be maybe a flare gun. Hard to say exactly. I don't know entirely what that is. And then he's got his khaki pants, which do look pretty close to the film for the most part. Obviously, he didn't wear those knee pads in the film, and the bottom of his pants didn't have this kind of whatever that is. And then he's got his brown, those look like hiking boots. Look pretty nice for the most part. So all in all, it's a very nicely done figure. Skin tone on him is nice and tanned, but his head does match his arms, which is good. And I like it. I mean, very simplistic, very much Kenner in the 90s. As you might expect, Dr. Grant is articulated. He's got a swivel here at the neck. He's got swivels at both of his shoulders, do a full 360 degrees. He's got swivels at both of his hips, and they go up quite a good amount. And basically just 5 points. But, again, in line with what Kenner was doing back in the early to mid 90s, and very nicely done. We then have the cute little Pteranodon hatchling. And as you can see, it's basically just a little baby Pteranodon. Actually, it doesn't really look like a baby. I mean, it kind of looks like an adult just shrunk down. But it looks very nice. It's got a very nice sculpt to it. Pretty nicely detailed. You can see that there's some good texturing going on to his wings. You can see the ribs there on the underside. Some detail there at the legs and at the feet. All around, this just looks really, really good. Eye detail is quite nice. He's got kind of black inside his mouth. It looks like no teeth or anything. It's pretty glossy on the backside, whereas on the underside, it's just a matte, like white color. Back is more of this glossy gray. JP logo right there. All around, I think that this looks super, super nice. Really like the texturing that they did here. Next up, we have Dr. Grant's backpack. And as you can see, it doesn't look like a backpack that I've ever seen. And you get your straps right here. It's got a connection here that goes around his waist. And it's basically like a very deep greenish black sort of color. And a little bit of detail sculpted into it. There's not a whole lot to see. And you get these little latches. And those are meant, of course, to hold on to the net. It's a bit of a stretchy net. You can kind of pull it. That's kind of nice. And then it's got these long bits right here. And that's so that, when it lands on the Pteranodon, it holds it down. It doesn't just take off flying again. And, some good, decent little detail here. Not anything overtly special, but I think it looks, just decent enough. And then a nuclear bomb. Really, Dr. Grant? Are you going to nuke the dinosaurs? Are you going to nuke Isla Sorna? What do you have in mind, Dr. Grant? Oh, wow. I don't know exactly what this weapon is supposed to function as, but I mean, it does look to be nuclear in nature. What's going on here? Hopefully he's not planning to feed this to one of the dinosaurs and then, it just kind of takes out the whole island with it. Very interesting, but hey, I like it. It's just so weird and so random, but hey, it works. So next, let's put our backpack on Dr. Grant. And I'll just place this over his hat like that. He's got the belt right here. And it looks like It looks like these holes right here are just going to peg right there into that little peg that's right there. So we'll just go ahead and latch it just like that. And then we'll go and do the other side too. That way it's secure. And there we go. So yeah, this looks like back-breaking work in order to carry this around all day. So hopefully Dr. Grant can maybe trade it off to one of his friends and doesn't have to carry it on his own all day, because yeah, that would be very, very difficult. Now, as far as getting the net in there, it looks like there's two ways you can do this. If you just want to have it like for storage purposes, you can just place it in here into this little pocket, this little clip right there. And he can just go about his business carrying his backpack, carrying his net, which that looks very, very burdensome. Then the other thing, if you're actually going to launch the net, you'll see that there's these little clips right here. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to take your net, and then you'll see that there's this little section there in the center of these poles. Place them there inside the backpack. And then we'll do the same with this one. And they don't stay all that well, but they're kind of in there. And then as per the instructions, you'll see that there's this little lever underneath the backpack. You're going to press it, and it doesn't work. You'll see that the arm did pop out, but the net didn't get tossed. Let's try it again. Oh, it's gripping it pretty hard, I guess, because it doesn't want to launch it. But I'll show you the mechanism right here. You just push it in place, and then... So let's try this again. I really want to get this to work. Yay, it worked. Here's the real moment of truth. Can we capture that pteranodon over there? Can we do it? Let's see. Nope. Almost. Almost. Ooh. And I guess I'll count that. I mean, it got half of him. So I guess if you angle it just right, and you get Dr. Grant to launch his net, that you can in fact capture the pteranodon over there, if you get it just right. It might take some practice. So one thing I do notice with this is that when you launch the net, it has a tendency to want to get caught. Like the net just gets stuck like that, and it doesn't fully launch. So it's not a perfect contraption. I mean, it's fun just since all of these Kenner human figures have different sorts of action features, bazookas, hook launchers, all kinds of crazy stuff. So, I mean, this is cool, just because it's different, but it's probably not the best of the action features for this toy line. As for this nuclear bomb, if you angle it just right, you can actually get it to stay put inside this little area right there of the backpack. Just like that. You kind of got to position it just right, but it does fit in there, which is kind of cool. But hey, if you're walking around Isla Sorna with a nuclear weapon, then you probably don't want to fall. So he's going to have to be very careful when he's walking around, not to walk around and be bumbling and stuff and all of a sudden just... All right, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. This is the Kenner Jurassic Park Series 1 Dr. Alan Grant action figure from 1993. My friends, I never owned this figure as a kid. I always wondered what its action features were like and the accessories that it came with. I finally know that now, 23 years later, and I gotta say, it's a lot of fun for me as an adult to be able to try out the net launching action, try to catch the pteranodon, and just play with it, really. It's really so much fun. I think that even though it doesn't look exactly like Dr. Grant, I mean, none of the Kenner Jurassic Park human figures did, it still looks enough like him. The costume is enough like what he wore in the film. The hatchling is very nicely done. The backpack and the warhead, a little bit overboard. And the launching net doesn't work all that great, but very fun, and I imagine quite nostalgic for a lot of people. If you're collecting the Kenner Jurassic Park line, then no doubt you need to have a Dr. Alan Grant in your collection, whether you're keeping it carded or pulling it out from the packaging. As one of the main characters in the franchise, he's an absolute must. Really like the figure here. It's classic Kenner, and he will fit in very nicely with my other Kenner Jurassic Park human figures. Alright my friends, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter for the latest news and updates. As always, I want to thank you for tuning in to Victoria's Cantina. Till next time, bye-bye.
Stay still. They can't see us if you don't move. Hey, friends. What's up?